Hey everyone, I got my box from Ulta today. I picked up a couple of things that I want to show you that I think are really interesting. First off, L'Oreal is now making a True Match Lumi Cushion Buildable Luminous Foundation. So it's one of these cushion foundations, which I've kind of been a fan of these lately. I've got the Pure Minerals one. I like that one quite a bit. But I have to say, I think I like this one better. So today I'll be reviewing that, and I picked up this Benefit Air Patrol. This is a lid primer, and it is so awesome. I'll tell you all about that. Third thing I picked up today is from IT Cosmetics. This is one of their Ombre Radiance blushes, CC Plus Radiance Ombre Blush. This one's called Sugar Plum. So pretty. Look at that purple. I have that on today. I'll show you. First of all, I love this True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation. Oh my gosh. Have that on today. And bought it in an N2, which is their classic ivory color. And this really is a dead-on color match for me. I was shocked because a lot of these drugstore brands are really hard for me to match. I guess that's why they call it True Match, huh? This one was amazing. Perfect dead-on color. So you open this up and it comes with a little sponge. And what is amazing is this is just your regular thin, skinny little sponge that these sort of cushion foundations come with. What's amazing is they actually gave you a thing to put it in that's actually deep enough to hold the whole sponge. In like my Pure Minerals one, it's kind of just floating on top there, and you have to sort of be careful how you close it. Anyway, so you have a little door that you open, and it has got a really super saturated sponge full of foundation in there. My Pure Minerals one that I have been loving up till now has, you know, it has a sponge in there and it is not that saturated, so you have to really kind of push with your sponge, with this sponge, down into this sponge to get some product on here. You don't have to do that with this one. This one is super saturated. You just barely have to tap on there, and I barely tapped on there and I got all of that load of foundation on there. So unlike my Pure Minerals, it has no smell. Pure Minerals has quite an intense perfumey smell, which I don't like. It usually makes me sneeze every time I put it on. So I'm already liking this better just opening the package. Putting it on is a breeze. You just, you know, dip that sponge in there and start sponging around. It is very buildable. It is very dewy, luminous look. And I would say it is a medium coverage. You could even go to full coverage if you kept building. Here is how it went on. So very dewy, just a very good coverage too. It's covering really well all my melasma and my spots through there and my redness on my nose. And it feels very, very moist. It's not, you know, drying down to any kind of irritating finish. I did put some powder on it, just a little bit of powder, but I think you really kind of would not have to. I think it's a really good color match, perfect color match, and I love the finish on it. It is definitely luminous. There's not shimmer or sparkle or anything, but the dewiness of it and the lightweight feel of it make it look make it look very luminous. So I'm a big fan of this. I'm really glad I picked it up. I wasn't thinking I was going to like it. I thought it wouldn't be a color match. I thought it would not be thick enough to cover some of my spots. They did a really good job on this. Next up, I got a sample of this Benefit Air Patrol. This is a rather interesting looking, strange package, but this is an amazing lid primer. What it is, it's supposed to be, it says it has Enviro Defend Complex. Oh my. To me, it's just a lid primer. What is so awesome about it? It is the product is super soft, and it is super moisturizing. You put it on your lid and it feels just so moisturizing, almost like an eye cream. But what's unique about it is that it has a very yellow tint to it. It's a mustard yellow, and it has a fantastic ability to camouflage your eyelid color. So you're starting out with sort of a very camouflaged eyelid to put your eyeshadow on, so your natural eyelid color's not showing through. I've been looking for a product like that for quite a while. You know, you can always put concealer on your eyelid, but to me, concealer can kind of be a little too dry or a little too wet to put eyeshadow on top of. I'll show you on the back of my hand. It is mustard yellow. So what you do is you open it up, you take that weird top off, and it has this strange squishy, silicone, putty-like feeling. Ooh, it's kind of fun to squish it. A squishy little tip here, and it's dispensed out of the tip by turning this and clicking it. When you first get it, you have to turn it and click it about 95,000 times before it starts coming out. Let me show you on the back of my hand how yellow and camouflaging this is. Now it does say on here 1 click does each eye, 1 click per eye. So I'm not really seeing that though, because I'm having to click a couple times and it's finally reaching the top. Anyway, you use this sort of silicone-y tip to put it on, and I did put it on with that, and it's cooling. It's sort of a soft, cooling feeling putting it on. So there it is. It is just a mustard yellow, which I never see on any other lid primer. They're all usually just a really light skin tone color. This one is just mustard yellow, which I need because my eyelids as well as my under eye are very purple, and so anything that I wear, it's going to interfere. Any eyeshadow I wear, the color underneath in my eyelid is going to interfere. This is fantastic for canceling that out. Yellow is great for canceling out the purpleness in my eyelids. So it's very hydrating. It's not sort of your dry, stiff feel like some of the lid primers are. Like maybe your Urban Decay is a little bit, you know, squishy, but it's not as hydrating feeling as this one. And Urban Decay can sort of dry down to where it feels a little dry on your lids. This just really feels like it's almost an eye treatment on your eyelids. Really good job on the Air Patrol. I don't know if it protects you against environmental toxins like it says it does or any of that craziness, but I love how it camouflages the color of your eyelids so that your eyeshadow can show through. Okay, this was a total impulse. It Cosmetics makes, you know, a bunch of wonderful cosmetics. This is a CC Plus Radiance Ombre Blush. Now I've seen the Radiance Ombre Blush before, but I've never noticed this color. The color I'd seen before was sort of a bright pink, and then it faded into this highlight. That's what their ombre blushes do. They start out with the sort of the blush at the bottom, and then they fade up into this sort of highlight that you can use with the brush. This is a very pretty color. Look at that lavender. I have it on right now, and the highlight is fantastic. Pretty lavender color and highlight. Very metallic, both of them. I'll show you on my hand. Here I'll swatch sort of toward the bottom where the blush is. It has a really metallic finish. Can you see how metallic it is there? And then if I swatch toward the top where the highlight section is, the highlight is just rocking. Look at that. It is so pretty. It Cosmetics makes some really nice highlights. They have their Hello Light highlight series. They have a cream one, and then they have a regular dry pressed one. They're fantastic. They're a fantastic highlight. This one has just a hint of pink to it, so it sort of goes really well with that purple. The Hello Light in the cream and the pressed version are both sort of very neutral, which is great. I mean, you can use them with all sorts of different things, but I like that this one has just a hint of pink to it. So it's very soft, very easy to get on your brush and to apply. You just have to be careful though that you don't, you know, that you get your brush in the right place. When you want to put your blush color on, you have to get your brush down here in the blush. When you want to put your highlight on, you have to get it up there in the highlight on. But it's a little hard to work with in that regard, but just get a small blush brush and you'll be fine. Love that color, just love that lavender. Okay, that's it for today. I'll see you next time.